So what were some of the things that we did, I guess even on the day of, since we're talking more about that, to continue, that like making it so desirable, I'll call it that. So not the FOMO, but it's so desirable that people were just like, I can't miss this.
Yep. I think a couple things, and this is a huge advantage that we have. I kind of refer to it as a marketing weapon, but we have a bunch of employees who really want to help market metadata, and it was a huge advantage for us on the day of the event because they helped get the word out. They were promoting the specific sessions that they were most excited for. They were having fun with their posts. We encourage employees to take pictures of what their at-home setups look like because we were all spread out throughout the country and outside of North America. And it really showed the kind of the people behind the scenes who are making this all happen. And I think that honesty and transparency, like you mentioned before, really just goes a long way with our audience because people aren't used to that in MarTech.
Yeah, and I think if I remember right, I think that morning of, I think I took like a candid shot, you know what I mean, of like you said, my setup. I think I was like in like a white T-shirt, you know what I mean, just like prepping for my keynote. And I think, there's something disarming when you see a company that you already respect that's comfortable enough saying things like that. You know what I mean? Like, wow, I don't know if I'm ready for this yet. Or, oh my gosh, like what could go wrong? Or, yeah, sure it might, we don't want, what am I trying to say? We're not just trying to showcase everything great that happened. And I think, and this just goes along with how we think about ourselves and how we want to market and everything else. It's kind of like we don't want to be the people in social media, right? That like only ever show like the fucking amazing parts of their lives and look at me and like, I'm on the beach and then, here's me and my kids and my family. And then, but meanwhile, that's like 1/100th of your time. The other 99% of your time, you're like, fucking A, just kill me now. Like, what am I doing here? So we want to show all of it. You know what I mean? And I think that's also part of what draws people in is like, we're not huge. We're not like, formal and stuffy and enterprisey yet. But, we're getting fairly well known. We're getting a little bit more, but still at the same time, we don't want to take ourselves too seriously, and we don't want to get so stuffy that we're not relatable. And I think that's really what it comes down to is like, we're all dealing with these challenges. Like we all have like, everyone's a virtual event. Something's going to happen, or you know what I mean? Like not everything is working perfectly. So let's talk about the things that aren't working perfectly too. And, I think that's a big part of our brand personality.
Yeah, you mentioned relatable, and I think that nails it because we're marketing to marketers at the end of the day. And sometimes I feel like our audience just assumes that we have all of these things figured out and we're perfect and yada, yada, yada. Absolutely not. Like we are in the same boat as our audience. Like we are just marketing to a different audience at the end of the day. We're marketing to B2B marketers like us. So it comes across as raw, it comes across as authentic, and I think it's relatable and it's human, and I think that's missing from B2B.
Yeah, because like if I see something that looks always perfect, in my mind I'm like, wow, there's something shitty going on under there. It's like,
what are they hiding?
What don't we know? You know what I mean? It's like, what are we not seeing? That's what's really scary. And so hopefully with us, like, we want to show everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because that's real life, And so, awesome.
One thing, there's one last thing that I wanted to add on creating FOMO. So I think we've talked about this on some of the other episodes, but we pre-recorded close to maybe a little bit more than half of the event. And I, like a total amateur, did not know why you'd want to pre-record sessions. And there are so many benefits to pre-recording some of the sessions. We'll get into that a little bit here in a sec. But for us, for some of those sessions that we had pre-recorded and we already had edited with our the video freelancer that we were working with, we were able to use those as social clips the day of. So for the people that weren't there attending, it was
Right.
amazing that we were able to pump some of those social clips out on LinkedIn and show people firsthand, like, this is the shit that you're missing right now. So that was awesome for us, because I would never have expected a team our size and a company our size to do something like that in their first year.